Hello and welcome to the Big Cat football game. And before kickoff happens, we are going to have the Jackson Liberty Marching Band performing their award-winning show, Droid.
Activating droid. Uploading to animation. Friendship. Compassion. Love. Upload. Upload. Virus detected. Virus detected. Virus detected.
The marching lions of Jackson Liberty.
And thank you, Jackson Liberty Marching Band, for that wonderful performance. And we'll see you for the Big Cat football game at 6. Memorial versus Liberty. See you after these messages.
memory of the late Donald Connor, a teacher, coach, and athletic director.
Oh, that's what I thought.
Township School District from 1961 through 1987. Mr. Connor was widely known and well respected in the athletic community throughout the Shore Conference, the state, and the National Federation of High School Athletic Directors. Mr. Connor also ran the Township's recreation program for more than 20 years. When he began his tenure as athletic director, Jackson Memorial fielded fewer than 10 teams. This number swelled to nearly 30 teams at the high school and middle school levels at the time of his untimely death in October of 1987. Mr. Connor was influential in establishing the Shore Conference as we know it today. At the conclusion of today's game, focus your attention to midfield, where members of the Connor family will present the cup to tonight's winning team. The Connor family would like to wish both teams good luck tonight. Jackson Memorial High School would like to remind you, as members of the Shore Conference, we pledge to promote unity through our continued commitment to diversity, inclusion, and equity. We will embrace the differences of all as we engage in elite levels of competition and fair play. The Shore Conference supports the stance against racism, hate, and discrimination. Mr. Herman, are we ready? Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome you again tonight to Jack Munley Field for the Battle of Connor Cup and Senior Night. First, we would like to welcome our Jackson Memorial High School Jaguars dance team. Our first senior, Diana DiMaggio, walking with her father, Mike, and her mother, Stacy DiMaggio. Senior captain, Christina Patera, walking with her mom, Bernadette, her dad, Michael, and her sister, Jennifer. Senior captain, Emily Barker, walking with her mom, Betsy, her dad, Raymond, and brother, Danny. Senior Emily Bottomere, walking with her father, Dane, her mother, Kim, and her brother, Dane. Senior Isabel Viverito, walking with her father, Jason, and her mother, Tracy. And senior captain, Stephanie Tuzzi. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for your senior Jackson Memorial Jaguars dance team. We'll be looking forward to the girls' performance at halftime tonight. Next, we'd like to honor the Jackson Memorial High School cheerleading seniors. Our first senior, Brianna Villarano, walking with her mother, Anna. Senior captain, Karen McBride, walking with her mother, Janine, her father, Patrick, and her brother, Patrick. Senior captain, Emily Noviello, walking with a whole crew, her mother, Susan, father, Frank, her sisters, Danielle and Haley, her brother, Frankie, and other family members, Zach and Hunter. Senior, Hannah Kelly, walking with her mother, Jeanne, and her father, Chris, and brother, Connor. Our next senior is Jordan Clark, walking with her mother, Kim, and father, Jerry. Senior captain, Michaela Whitehill, walking with her mother, Kim, her father, Michael, and her brother, Michael. Senior Paige Hentz, walking with her mother, Kim, and grandparents, Marianne and Steve. Our next senior, Samantha Weisselberg, walking with her mother, Robin, her father, Mark, and sister, Rebecca. And our last senior cheerleader, Skylar Smith, walking with her mother, Katrina, her father, Scott, and grandparents, Lori, Dale, and Frank. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a big round of applause for all our seniors representing the Jackson Memorial High School cheerleading team. And now, for your Jackson Jaguar senior varsity football players. Our first honoree as a senior is number 4, Justin Hirsch. Justin's walking with his mom, Gladys, his dad, Robert, his brother, Brandon, and his sister, Kaylee. Number 4, Justin Hirsch. Our next senior, one special to my heart, number 20, Robbie Panicu. Walking with his father, Mr. Panicu, his mother, Dana Panicu, and potentially, if she's here, I don't see her, Miss Helen Panicu's grandmother. I know Q's number is 25. I don't want to give you 20. Our next senior, number 23, Jimmy Tobin. Jimmy's walking with his dad, Ed, and his mom, Christina. Our next senior, number 42, Mike Orientale. Mike is walking with his mom, Barbara, and his sister, Jessica. Our next senior, number 44, Tom Wadowski. Tom is walking with his dad, Tom, and his mom, Danielle. Our next senior, number 47, Zandri Thompson. Zandri is walking with Coach Rash. Our next senior, number 48, Devin Williams. Devin is walking with his father, Kevin, and his mom, Kelly. And a few other family members are along for the ride. Our next senior, number 52, Eric eBay. Eric's walking with his mom, Chica. His little brother, Samuel. And Titus eBay, his dad.
That's pretty awesome.
Our next senior, number 54, Kyle Laverty. Kyle is walking with his mom, Karen, his dad, Richard, and his grandmother, Gail, and some other members of his family. Our next senior is walking with half the town of Jackson, number 75, Donovan Zapata. And Donovan is escorted by his brother Brandon, his mother Melissa, and his brother Brian and Jacob, and Aunt Joey. Smile, Aunt Joey. Our next senior, number 80, 10, Kenny Reed. Kenny is walking with his mom, Jen, and his father, Ken Reed, and his sister. And our last senior, number 82, Alfonso Gambino. Alfonso's walking with his mother, Nima, his sister Maria, and sister Julia. And not in attendance was number 46, senior Adam Elkley. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a big round of applause for our 2021 Jackson Memorial High School Varsity Football Seniors. And Jaguar fans, and Jackson community fans. How about one big Lion roar and Jaguar roar for all the seniors participating tonight on both sides of the field. Ladies and gentlemen, as we wait for the field to be cleared, please recognize that all bathrooms on the far concession underneath the scoreboard. Concession stands are on both sides, home and away, visiting side concession, home side concession. The concession stands proceeds obviously go to our football parents club. They take cash, credit or debit card, and yes, you can even Venmo and order your food at the concession stand. Ladies and gentlemen, the Parents Teachers Student Club is selling spearware. They're located just outside of the gates. They also actually have some extra Krispy Kreme donuts for purchase, left over from their drive this afternoon. So the Parent Teacher Student Network, please visit them at their table and get your Jaguar spearware. Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your eyes out and ears open as our football parents make their way around the stadium tonight, selling 50-50. Last week's take was $440. 2 out of the last 3 weeks, the winner has come from the visiting side. The Antonucci College Fund is 0 for 3 on donations from the winner. Red zone, make some noise! Here come the And Mr. Wendelack with the guest appearance in the booth. Mr. Wendelack, as good as it was, Jaguar Nation! Ladies and gentlemen, If everybody would please rise and take off your hats. Pay attention to the scoreboard end zone, if you will, where the Jackson High School ROTC will present tonight's colors. And the marching Jaguars lead us in our national anthem. Tonight's game, referee Dave Deanhart, umpire Mike Lazzarello, linesman Joe Pichera, line judge Rich Collins, back judge Anthony Carrington, back judge Al Maresca, on the clock Mr. Tom Surrogate, on the chains Mr. Bob Arnold, Donald Finnegan, and Charles Monaman. Jaguar captains, number 52, Eric Ebay, number 75, Donovan Zapata, number 25, Robbie Panicu, and number 44, Thomas Radowski. For the Lions, number 4, Connor Gallagher, number 52, Matthew Romero, and number 14, Cooper York. The Jaguars have won the toss and have elected to receive. Nice handshake at midfield by principals Kevin D'Angenio and Mr. Brignola from Jackson Liberty.
Hello and welcome to JTV's Game of the Week. I'm Brian Martingano.
And I'm Steve Ifantis.
And today we have the Connor Cup, a matchup between Jackson Memorial Jaguars and the Jackson Liberty Lions.
I believe Memorial is trying to keep the Connor Cup, and Liberty is trying to reclaim it. As I believe now, the kickoff, what you were saying before, that you like seeing that the teams like to kick off the ball more, as you were saying before.
Yeah, it seems that a lot of teams now wanted to play second half football. They seem to backload to get most of their points later in the game and defer the kickoff because they want to come out of the half with their adjustments made and be able to put them to the test right away.
And now Liberty will be kicking the ball off, so Memorial will be receiving the ball first. There is the whistle, and the kick is underway.
And they're going to go with a squib kick there. He's able to pick it up and get a decent return before getting brought down at about the 32-yard line. And sometimes it seems like Liberty is a fan of those squib kicks, and you know it's not a bad strategy, especially when you have a lot of run-heavy games like this. It means your special teams is usually pretty good, and if they know and they've looked at film and they can tell if a team has really good special teams and they know that they can make a big return, they're going to want to negate that as fast as possible.
Now you can hear Lion Nation going off, chanting defenses. Memorial G Nation is chanting offense, offense. I just love both of these fan bases. This is why Big Cat games are so nice.
They're going to hand it off on the jet sweep. He's going to get a little bit of room, move forward, gain him maybe two. And that's something about a game like this is, especially like this, both sides, there's going to be noise at all times. There's never going to be silence, and there's always going to be energy. And, you know, Memorial, as the home team, you would expect Jag Nation to be a little bit louder, but you look at the turnout for both sides, and there's definitely more people for Memorial here, but the Lions are here, and they're going to be as loud as they can.
Because now football is turning into a 12-man sport, as that crowd being that 12th man on the field. As now Ty Man will get the hut. Once he says hut, there it is.
Hands it off. He's able to make a move to the outside, but gets brought down pretty quick.
Run to Aiden Sweeney, that gains a yard about. So it'll be 3rd and 7.
And it's not. Jags might look to go to the air here. It would be interesting. And, you know, they really weren't able to get much there. He's able to get to the outside, but a good open field tackle by number 13, Derek Matthews. And the Lions, they're going to want to hold them to a 3-and-out early, and the Jags, they want to start building momentum as fast as possible. So they want to get at least one first down.
I would definitely try a deep ball here maybe, or a quick middle. False start. Oh, challenge flag. Neutral zone infraction. 5-yard penalty. Results in the 3rd and 2, I believe. I don't think that had enough for a first down.
It'll be a 3rd and 2, and I guess their penalty flags are pink.
Yeah, I thought challenge flags were red.
That threw me off a little bit, but you know.
So I was like, a challenge flag? Like, why are the coaches challenging the play?
And now on a 3rd and 2, that does open it up a little bit more. They're going to go for a run up the middle. He's going to get a little bit of momentum, going to push the pile, and they're going to give him the first down, and good run by him, able to get it up the middle. Aiden Sweeney, and that'll be a first down for the Jags. Not getting shut out or 3-and-out, and that's just good play by them, and that's a mistake by the Lions early. And, you know, he gets pushed forward. He's able to pick up 3 or 4 there, but the Jags caught a little bit of a lucky break there off of that false start. And now it all comes down to what they could do here. They're going to send 2 out wide, 2 in the backfield.
The Jaguars have been doing this a lot, mostly having a lot of people in the backfield. Maybe, a little play-action play. Ty Man dumps it off to Aiden Sweeney on the play-action. Aiden Sweeney's got room. He's going to go to the outside at the 30, the 20. He misses a tackle, breaks another, and it's down at the 10. That's a 40-yard reception for Aiden Sweeney there.
And that is a beautifully set up play by the Jags. And on 1st down and 10, that is something that they probably had right in the books. And they're just a good job getting it early and setting up the screen pass. And the blockers were head downfield, but a really good job by the wide receivers selling it that they were going down the field, getting the cornerbacks to chase. And setting up plenty of running room, and good job by Aiden Sweeney finding that running room, and even after contact was able to get 5 more, and they'll mark them down at the 9. It'll be 1st and goal, and Jags looking to get an early lead. And here they're going to hand it off to Aiden Sweeney. He finds a little bit of room up the middle, up the gap, and he's going to gain a good chunk of yards there. Bring that down to a 2nd and goal from probably about the 4, and that's a good run. That's what they need to get themselves in a little bit of a better situation for this. And here, and they've already shown that they're willing to run a play action, and that's something that can be huge, especially when they run most of the time, getting these play actions and making them second guess everything.
I mean, play action is one of those things that is very, 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 very hard to predict, because is he going to hand it off to the running back? Oh, no, he's not. He's going to dump it off to the receiver downfield. Just play action is one of those sets that is just very, very hard. As now here comes the snap. It's going to be handed off to Aiden Sweeney as he's pounding for that goal line, and he's going to be stopped about the same. It's going to be the 3rd and goal from the 4th now. Now, if you're the Jags here, you could not come away with this with only a field goal. In my opinion, you have to pound the ball in and get that touchdown here. But if the Lions, you can hold them to a field goal here or even a stop. It's a very good. I mean, it's not the decentest defense, but it's a good way to start out. But Lions, Jaguars, you have to score a touchdown here.
Yeah, and this is an opportunity that they're not going to want to let go to waste, and they're just going to want to get this as early as possible, get some points up on the board, and get that defense out there and see what the Lions are going to throw at them.
As you can hear that Jags crowd, and who's got the ball?
Play action looking to the right and finds wide open receiver number 15.
Sean Hubbard Jr.
And that's just a beautiful play set up once again by the Jags, and they really have been benefiting off of that play action.
That one tripped me up. I was like, who's got the ball?
Yeah, and that's one of those really good plays where you send everyone left and one guy goes off to the right.
As here comes the kick now, and that's 47. Zandre Tomlinson.
And kick is up and off the upright and good. And we'll take another look at the touchdown here, and this is just a good play. It was a play action, number 15 out in a land of his own, and that's one of those situations as a quarterback where you just got to keep calm, get the ball over there, and let your receiver make the play, and that's just good play call with 7:37 seconds left.
And I think that might have been an audible play too, because the way it looked like it was going to be a run, but then I think, but that just shows you how the coaches trust their quarterbacks to make the right decisions, especially in like a situation like that where it's 3rd and 4th, and you might want to call an audible there. That might have been worked out, and that gave you a touchdown. Now for Jags here, you can't let up a touchdown. The Lions, you got to go down and score a touchdown, or at least score a field goal, get points on the board.
Yeah, that's where, but you already see that was on the opening possession, and that's where the Lions did get their momentum started early, but as long as you can keep the lead within 1 to 2 scores before the half, the Lions will get possession first, so they can try to stay calm, and they just need to keep a hand in this game and really play for the second half. And if they can go down and score and keep this game competitive in the first half, that's what they are going to plan on doing. But it all comes down to how the game goes, because really once you get on the field, the game plans really just go out the window, and when things happen, they happen. And another shorter kick there. He squibs it. It goes down to about the 15-yard line. He's able to get up around to the 25 before getting taken down. And a good recovery by him after not being able to get a hand on it.
7-0. Jaguars.
Yeah. And of course, it's always big for the Jags when they are able to score first. It's big for any team, set the pace, set the momentum. And the Jags, they did that pretty fast. They took less than 5 minutes off the clock, and really it all came off of one big play by Aiden Sweeney.
I mean, that's football though. If you look at a lot of NFL games, it's just one big play decides the game, as they try a run up the middle and Jackson is going to get stuffed by Jackson.
And that's an interesting thing about football now, is that a lot of teams are electing to go for a West Coast offense where it's a lot of the short plays, it's a lot of dumping it under, and it's a lot of third down conversions. And it's creeping its way down into high school. It's creeped its way down into college, and now it's starting to get to high school where they tend to go for some of the shorter plays. But it's really on those shorter plays. Some of the best players in the league can take those short plays, make them big plays, and that's how these players get going. And he's going to go down after gaining a few to look about 3rd and 6.
Justin.
Pick up of about 4. It'll make it 3rd and 5. And Jaguar Nation, that's a 3rd down. Let's go. Where are we at?
It was number 1.
Nation.
And
3rd down for the Lions here. It's kind of looking like the first opening drive. Maybe the Lions could pull a play action. Oh, flag.
Timeout on the field.
Timeout.
Timeout on the field.
And that'll be an official timeout. It looks like a Jags player down, maybe a cramp. And it's pretty early on in the game, and that's usually not a good thing for someone to go down. It's never a good thing for someone to go down, but especially in the first quarter this early.
Travels to number 1, Rumson. Number 9, Southern. Travels to number 8, Central.
It looks like he is up. He's got a little bit of a limp, but to the most part is walking out on his own power, which is always a good thing.
It's always a good thing that they can walk off by themselves.
And sometimes it can be cramps, and I mean, it's wet out here and it's wet on the field, and as it gets later, it's not going to get any better. So it does not take much to get hurt out here on these games, and even non-contact injuries, they happen and they can hurt you.
Yes, non-contact injuries are actually sometimes worse than contact injuries.
Yeah.
Because sometimes in a contact injury, you could brace yourself. In non-contact, you have no idea what's coming for you.
And it looks like it'll be a blitz from the Jaguars. He's able to get the pass out to the side. He'd go forward, tackle in the open field, but he's able to break a few tackles, get down the sideline to the 40, the 30, before getting brought down at the 25. An incredible play there.
But there is a flag in the backfield, and it looks like that play might be coming back. I think it might be a holding call on Lions.
And that's a killer for them. And you can see he was just able to get down the sideline, and a good hustle by Jaden Hernandez of the Jags to be able to get down and get him. And that's unfortunate for the Lions.
Yes.
That's a big gain wiped off.
It is
the
a
board.
holding on the Lions. That's a 10-yard penalty, so they're going to go back 10 yards from the previous spot, from the spot of the play.
And that'll bring up a 3rd and 16, and those are the ones that's twice already that the Lions have given the Jags a break on penalties. And penalties are something that plague a lot of teams, and they're something that can be cleaned up, especially when you go later in the season.
Here we go.
There is a holding penalty against the Lions.
That'll be a 3rd and 24.
Ooh, that's a 20? Holding's a 20-yard penalty? Maybe it was a 3rd and 16 to begin with, and then they got 10 yards? Maybe?
I'm not quite sure how we got to that yardage, but there he's going to drop back, has a man over the middle, and somehow he's going to get to the sideline and get a 1st down, and that is back-to-back big plays by the Lions. And they're going to get the 1st down, and that's something that the Jags, they want that back, and I think the Jags are thinking we can let them get the short play off, just make the tackles in the open field, but a few good blocks downfield and the pure speed coming out from Brandon Gallagher.
that's just one of those plays. It's like, yeah, we'll let you jump it off deep. We'll let you jump it off short here. Just don't let him get 24 yards. And the Lions got 24 yards.
Yeah, it's a big play by them. And then hands it off. Run game not finding much, and it looks like the Lions, though, on their passing games, they've had 2 passing plays, both for big yards. One got called back for a penalty, but so far it seems like both teams have elected to run more, but there have been some passes coming out for both teams, and both passes have worked.
He's got that. As now it's going to be a short there. It's going to be a 3rd and about 9 again for the Lions here.
And now the Lions in another situation that they don't want to be in.
Hello, everyone. This is what we use. This is our commentator booth right here, and that's our beautiful JTV bus behind us. There's Mr. Noble in the shot. As we're going to go back to the football game now. It's going to be about a 3rd and 9, what I said. Jackson still, I should say Jaguars are up by 7 because I can't say Jackson because you don't know what Jackson I'm talking about. With about 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in this first quarter of play. The Jaguars got to make a big stop here on defense. The Lions just need a big play on offense. They've been getting those big plays consistently, but one of that really monster play did get held back. I believe there was 2 holding calls on that play, so that's why it went back.
Quarterback's going to keep it himself, roll out to the side, get a throw, and another first down. This passing offense for the Lions is working phenomenally, and that's 2 first downs on 3rd and longs. And the Jags are having a little bit of struggle stopping the pass, and a good rollout, good cross body throw to the sideline, a good catch, and number 4 able to get it across. Connor Gallagher with the big play for the first down. And this is where the Jags really need to be careful. They can't let them get momentum, and the Jags, they're gonna want to stop this right in its tracks, not let them even up the score. Hands it off, run up the middle, and he's just going to get brought down. And good play by the Jags, and they're bringing a lot of pressure. Seem to be blitzing a decent amount, and
there's a new rule in football now, right? That there's no more forward progress. You can still like push people and keep going, or am I wrong about that?
I'm not sure about high school and what the rules are. High school is, of course, different from the NFL in a lot of rules, and that's one that I'm not entirely sure about, but they'll mark that one back as a loss of 2, now 2nd and 12.
As now Connor York is ready to take the snap.
He's going to hand it off, go up the middle, get about 7 on the play, bring it to a 3rd and 5, which is much more manageable for them. And their running game, the problem is it has not been consistent enough to trust it on a 3rd and 5, but their passing game, while it has been working, it's something that they're going to want to tread lightly while using, and you can see a good run there, gets tripped up a little bit, and gets to a point where this Lions offense is really 2-dimensional right now. 3 out wide, 1 in the backfield. Jags gonna be blitzing, and quarterback somehow stays up, but throw will be incomplete, and the Jags really brought the pressure there.
I mean, that's what the Jags have been trying to do this entire drive, but the Cooper York is just one of those gadget guys that can get out of the pocket and just do everything. But that time he didn't have an open man down the field and just Jags were in his face, and he just had to throw the ball away.
And I believe a good play.
Yeah, the Jaguar. I think the Jaguars didn't like what they saw on defense there. They were trying to. I think they had too many men on the field, and they were getting running man off the field. So there was like, let's just take our first time out.
Yeah, that's not what the Jags want, though. They avoided the penalty, and the Lions were probably pretty close to snapping the ball, and they were a little bit mixed up there. They had two players run onto the field and no one run off, and it took for the two players to get over towards the huddle to tell the other two to leave.
I mean, I say this in a lot of sports, communication is key in almost every sport, and especially in football, it's one of those sports that communication is like 80% of the sport. Like, you have to be communicating at all times. So
yeah, everyone really needs to be on the same page, and that's something that's difficult to do in any sport, and especially like this. And on games like this where both crowds are loud and there's bands playing, it does get harder, and then he's able to pick up the ball again, maybe a yard before getting tackled.
29, Jaden Hernandez there to pick up the punt. Taking another look at this. He lets it bounce, hit the ground, and then he gets down.
And he's able to get a yard or two, and that's where, you know, if the returner trusts himself enough to not bobble that, to not fumble it, they'll take it, and they'll take that yard or two. Just any yardage always helps.
Now Ty Mann is coming out here, looking to score, to take his team down to score another touchdown here.
This is where the Lions had a good drive but weren't able to put points up on the board. And the Jags, they're going to want to keep building momentum, as they're going to hand it off, a run up the middle, just gets hit by the pile. Gets a yard and a half on the play, not much. And this defensive line of the Lions seems to be holding up pretty well. This clock winds down. 35 seconds left in this first quarter, and the Jags,
I think they're just going to run one more play and take it to halftime. And take it to the second quarter.
but the Jags have had a pretty good game plan so far. They've been mostly relying on the run, but do have that play action pass to fall back on. And it seems like they're going to have more of that play action pass to rely on. 2 out wide. Take the snap, toss it out to the side. Got to look for room on the outside. Move forward. He's going to get yardage. And get forward. And that'll be a first down for the Jags, but a flag down on the field.
I believe it's holding on number 49 there. Yeah, that's a little bit of a hold there, number 49.
Yeah, at the top of the screen. And that'll be another penalty taking back a big play. With 10 seconds left on the clock, it'll be most likely be the last play of the quarter.
Unfortunately, that's just one of those plays that you kind of can't do, and that's the first quarter of play. Now they're going to switch fields as we're going to go into the second quarter here.
And this is where the Jags really want to put up points on this drive. And the Lions are going to do everything they can to stop them from getting points over. A turnover would be exactly what the Lions need to get into this game. And the Lions, they did show potential. They had a few big gains, one of which got taken back by a penalty. If it hadn't, you could see them driving and putting up points, but
as both bands are playing at the exact same time. You got Let's Go Jags Go on the Jag side, and I believe Liberty Lions Go on the Liberty side. So there are the cheerleaders right now for Jacksonville. Jaguars, I should say. Hope you all caught our spooktacular last night, the first ever annually spooktacular. If you didn't catch it, it's also streamed. It was also streamed live on JTV, so you can also go view that after you finish watching this game tonight.
And now the Jags on a 2nd and 16. They're gonna have a chance to maybe try to get this to a 3rd and manageable, but the run, while seeming to be able to get yardage, has not been reliable enough. And Time Man's gonna drop back, has some time in the pocket, has to use his legs, go out to the side, and is gonna get brought down at around the 7-yard line. And that is not what the Jags needed on a 2nd and 16, and now it's gonna be a 3rd and even longer.
That brings up a 3rd and a long 17 for the Jaguars.
As now,
3rd and 17, the Jags have only had a handful of plays in their playbook that would have been able to get that kind of yards, but the Lions were able to convert 2 3rd and longs themselves, so we'll see what the Jags come out with.
I'd say the Lions are doing way better than the Jags on 3rd down conversions. I'd definitely say that right now.
Yeah, that was something that the Lions did well on their drive, weren't able to put points on the board.
Timeout?
And it'll be a timeout for the Jaguars. And once again, the Jags, I think they want to get this play call right. They don't want to have to punt from here, because punting from here will give them the ball in decent field position.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, tonight we're battling for the Connor Cup. It's at this time we would like to recognize a special fan in attendance this evening. This woman has been to Jackson sporting events since 1964.
And
This evening, she's been to every type of sport there
this
is
is
here in town.
a play with the Jags.
For the last 57
Yeah,
years,
it's rough field position for them. The Lions, they're going to need to get this stop. They want to put points up. They will receive the ball in the 2nd half, and they're going to want this game tied, or they want to be in the lead.
Now the Jags here have to do something. I have a question for you, Brian. If it's like a 4th and 1 here, do the Jags go for it? If they get like 16 yards here, do they go for it?
I don't think it would be a good situation to go for it. I mean, giving them the ball that close on the odds that they don't. But Time Man's going to drop back, throw it deep down the side, and that'll be almost an interception, but dropped by number 13. And that play, while it seems bad that he dropped the interception, forcing them to punt from inside their own end zone, while an interception would have been better, it is not the worst thing.
I think the wide receiver actually played defense for a second. I think the wide receiver stopped the interception from happening, which was probably true.
That is something that happens. A lot of those 50-50 balls that get thrown up there, the wide receiver starts playing more like a cornerback, trying to make sure that they don't come down with the interception.
That would have been more like an arm punt anyway. If it would have been more like an arm punt instead of like a punt.
And a kick from the goal line. That's going to let about the 40. The ball comes out, and it'll be retrieved by Liberty. And a scare there. And that ball went through his hands, but ball will go to the Lions, and about the 48-yard line. Lions, plenty of time and a short field to work with. And this will take 1 or 2 decent-sized plays to get down and really start putting on the pressure. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run a pass early, but they're going to hand it off up the middle. He's going to get just out of the tackle, but get brought down and wrapped up by another one. A flag down on the play.
I think it's going to be a holding on the offense.
And that's the 3rd penalty for the Lions. That's going to take away a gain for them.
Now instead of being up 5 yards, they're going to be back 10 yards. So now instead of being at like a 2nd and 5, it's going to be like a 1st and 20. which is, I mean, it's not bad because you still keep the first down, so you still have 3 downs to get the first down again, but it's not the best situation to start that you have to now go 20 yards instead of 10.
Yeah, and on a 1st and 17, they're just going to want to take chips away from this. And Lions, though, they're going to elect for the pass play action, going to roll out to the side, throw, and that'll be intercepted. The Jags come right back, get an interception of their own.
Number 29, Jaden Hernandez there with the interception.
And a good interception on that. And now Memorial will take over on the 45-yard line. That's on a 1st and 17. That's where turnovers will tend to happen because Liberty's under the impression that they need to go for a big play, and they'll tend to overdo it a bit.
We're going to take another look at this interception here. As you see, Cooper York throws and just Jaden jumps in front of that ball, and he grabs on it tighter than he did with the pickle jar.
And a play action there, rolls out to the right, just a little bit underthrown, but a good diving catch. Jags now, quarterback's going to keep it for himself, find some room on the outside, able to break a tackle. Just now gets past the line of scrimmage, able to make some moves before getting brought down at around the 48-yard line. And a good play by Time Man there. I believe that was a read option, and good job by him just extending the play, getting to the side, and letting the blocks get in.
And I really love those quarterbacks that are not afraid to run with the ball. Like usually quarterbacks are afraid to charge into a defensive lineman, but Time Man has just got that, like, he's got the size of like a linebacker right now as a quarterback, and he kind of is like very big for his age. So it's like he's got that strength, he's got that speed that he can use to his advantage, especially to truck some people.
Yeah, and that's something that's working its way into football a lot more, is the nimble quarterbacks being able to run more and throw on the run, and it's turning a lot more into backyard football, which I think is good for football in general. I mean, the popularity is getting up there, and a lot of these players, and they're going to hand it off to number 29, has a little bit of room, but he's going to be just short. It'll be a 3rd and 1.
Jaden Hernandez tackled by number 14, Cooper York, and number 13, Joey Celentano for the Lions.
And let's get another jet sweep. He is able to get some yards after contact, but just runs into 2 players on the outside. 3rd and 1, and this is where the Jags, having a quarterback who can run, can be big for them, because you really bring up the threat of running it up the middle or the quarterback keeping it and running more towards the outside.
As now here come the Jags to sending 3 out wide. This is the first time they've done it all game. They're sending 3 out wide here. Maybe a deep ball, maybe?
And
or run with a quarterback.
Bad snap, but the quarterback's able to stay on his feet, go forward, and break out of a tackle or 2. And phenomenal job by Time Man, able to stay on his feet and get the first down.
There's Time Man for you.
And the Jags have been sending receivers out wide a lot and just been running it up the middle, and that off of a bad snap, he's just not able to get the shoestring tackle.
That's a nose tackle. He missed that tackle right there. Number 52. Number 52 missed that one right there.
And
7:50 remaining in the second quarter of play. The final quarter of the first half.
And 1st and 10 now for the Jags. Gonna have 2 in the backfield, 2 out wide. Gonna motion another player out. And they're going to run it up the middle and just get stuffed and brought down.
That is Aiden Sweeney. That is number 5, Aiden Sweeney there on the carry. He gets short.
And the Jags were able to believe on forward progress. They might have even given him a yard there. But good play by the Lions, and number 5, Pierce Frith on the tackle. Now sending 2 out wide, 1 in the backfield. And
Timeout.
that'll be
Jags
a
final timeout? Or Liberties?
timeout for the Lions.
Jackson Liberty timeout. Their first of the half.
And now special guest appearance by Mr. Ferrone.
Hey, Brian. Nice to stop in and see you and Steven here. Thought it'd be a good opportunity with a timeout here to chat up our event last night over at Jackson Liberty. Put together Halloween Spooktacular. Was a night of music and dancing. The J-Lib dance team really did a fantastic job. Look at that beautiful sunset, by the way. The incredible singers at school and our Crack JTV production team really, I think, did a great job at kicking the school year off with a new event. So shout out to everyone involved that put on a fun show last night.
Yeah, of course, and you know, it's always interesting with those new shows, and good show at that.
And back to you boys.
Of course,
Thanks for the invite.
And of course, thank you, Mr. Ferrone.
You're always welcome, Mr. Ferrone.
And Jags got a short field to work with. Now on a 2nd and 10. Sending 2 out wide again. Looks like a similar play call, 1 in the backfield.
Here comes the snap.
Gonna
to
take the
tight man.
snap, gonna look to throw, rolls out to his right. Gonna look deep and gonna chuck that out of bounds.
I
on
think
a
he got hit.
throwaway.
I think he got hit. That's why I think he was trying to go deeper, but I think he got hit there at the end.
And good job by him, of course, saving yourself from the hit and trying not to get injured. And of course, trying not to throw interceptions and turn the ball over. But
So now it's going to be 3rd and 10, I believe.
yeah, and sometimes on those plays, it comes down to knowing that there's not much room. And good job by Time Man. Sometimes trying not to force it, because as you saw by Liberty, sometimes trying to force it just does not work out. And Liberty crowd definitely making themselves heard here.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it can be it's most likely going to be a pass here because it's 3rd down, but it could be a run here because the last 2 plays were passing, so it could be to trip up the defense, but it's probably going to be a pass here by Time Man.
And Liberty, they need a stop here for anything. He's going to drop back in the pocket, look across the middle, throw short. That'll be over his hands, and that's off the helmet of number 1, Justin Uteg. And
Jaden Hernandez there with the target.
And good play art on a mesh, and it just goes over and through his hands. And that's one of those, he went for the hit, which is always good. And
Justin Uteg there with the hit to pop it incomplete now. And Jackson will be taking their 2nd punt of the game.
yeah, and
Oh,
this
they're
is
going
one-
for it.
Yeah, that's a decent one where you're outside of field range, but a punt depends
Could
on
bounce
your
in the end
kicker.
zone.
Yeah, and you would give them the ball on the 20, and from lights will go out on the Jackson Memorial sideline. And both sidelines out.
Are putting
Starting
lights
to-
up. That's great. They're putting their iPhone flashlights on. That is awesome.
And of course, stuff like that will happen at these games. And honestly, this is something that does benefit the Jags. It will give them some time to make some play art, decide what play to go for.
That was so weird there. It was like as they were about to start, the lights turn off, and it was like everything has to whistle dead because it's just too dark.
That's
Dang, I didn't realize how much light those 2 lights produced.
yeah, it's always something that you don't realize with these lights. I mean, especially after some of these shoots when we're around for a little bit and they turn off the lights, you realize how dark it gets out here, and the sun set fast, but gonna be looking to fix it as quick as possible. And so far the Jags, their passing game has looked decent. They've had some good looks, a couple of receptions that the throw was either not on the mark or the receiver's not able to haul it in.
This is also going to work to the Lions' advantage too, because now the Lions,
and it looks like they're going to be calling for a battle of the bands between the Jags and the Lions, called by Mr. Wendelak. And as you can see, half the lights on the field off. Not quite sure what happened, but it seems that the PA system is working. It's just the lights.
and it's just the left side of the field's lights, the one that Jackson Jaguars are on. As now that's the Jackson Jaguar band playing. We're doing a battle of the bands, everyone.
And it's impromptu, but you know, they know that both these bands, they'll play all night if they feel like it, and they'll of course always do a battle of bands between these two. Don't know what to do with themselves, but this is where you expect the Jags to come out with a good play. I mean, they've had time to decide on the play, as the Lions will start their turn in the Battle of the Bands. So they're announcing the 50-50 ticket now. And of course, both bands out here, and it is a beautiful night for football. It's been relatively nice for the past few days. The field looks to be in good condition, and it's a pretty beautiful night. I mean, it was a little bit hot about an hour ago, but it has cooled down with the sun going down, and now just a great day for football.
71 degrees outside, with about a 6-mile wind. It's not too bad. It's not too cold. It's not too hot. This is the weather should be in October, not like 89 degrees like it was today. Like today was brutal today outside.
Yeah, it's been weird. The weather has just not been normal and has not been consistent. And Jags marching band will play once again.
There's our drone shot, getting some nice panning shots of the surrounding area and the sky.
And it's beautiful day out, and so far it's been a really good game. They've been keeping it competitive. The Lions, the only team with a turnover, and it was a close one on that. The Jags probably could have won as well, but 6:20 left in the half.
And dance with me, it's warmer. All right, I have a question for you. How long do you think they're going to wait here for these lights to turn back on before they might just call the game, replay the game?
I would say we'd be waiting here for a very long time. Neither one of these teams wants to go home. This is the homecoming game. This is the Big Cat game. Nobody's going to want to go home. They're going to want to finish this game. And unless those lights need actual fixing, I would say that the show's going to go on.
I mean, it always.
And of course, another look at the bus and us, and it's, you know, and at first I did not like it being down here from in the booth, but it is not so bad down here. You got some nice views of the field, and there's some good stuff, and you hear some stuff from the sidelines.
As now the Liberty side is just chanting, fix those lights, and they definitely want to fix those lights because they might just be getting the ball back and taking it down because Jackson, I mean, we got some crazy people in the bus right now.
And I just... Hello again.
Hello again.
Third time.
Now we're going to go check what's inside the bus right now. All right, I'm going to commentate. Ready? There is Keith Flores. He's our producer for the day. There is Troy. He is our director. Emma Idle. Alex. Dylan. And then you have Riley also on graphics. There is Dylan. Nice close-up. There's Riley on graphics. He's doing our wonderful graphics today. There's Alex on our audio and Emma Idle as our TD. And then there's the man, Troy. There's Mr. Noble, and he's not in frame. We could not see your eyes at all. It's just your mouth. Now it's not even. There's your face.
There he goes.
There you go. I don't know what you're saying.
Nice.
Maybe get a shot of the cameraman up top, maybe?
It's just him and his drones. And just a guy, and, you know, he got himself a second drone. It's a smaller one that, you know.
How many drones does this man need?
I don't know. If you ask him, he'll take all of them. But once again, the band is continuing to play, and Mr. Ferrone, grumpy man himself, nice 360 shot. Ferrone starting to get angry about it. So now we have Keith Flores, Paige Previn, and myself, as Noble's just having fun walking around with the drone. Noble's just doing Noble things. That's all we ever ask of him. And Noble now going up into the stands.
We're getting like a bird's eye view, kind of.
I don't know. It's gonna look at the band and
more of like a human eye kind of POV. Mr. Noble's just having really fun with this drone right now. There's some shot of the spectators. There is a shot of a senior that we don't see his eyes. We just see his chest.
It's
great.
Noble, being Noble, trying to get some. There he
There's
goes.
the
Now
face.
he's got the
Yay. There's another face. Oh, this is just too fun right now. This is just too fun.
It's just really good. If you could see what Mr. Noble's doing right now, he's just walking around holding a drone above his head. It's really a sight to see. And, you know, and you know that half that crowd is looking at him, and you know that he does not care.
No, he doesn't. He's just one of those people who's like, you can take whatever you want with me.
Yeah, he'll do what he wants, and he is doing what he wants. So, yeah.
I mean, good for him. Good for him. I mean, like, I'm kind of hoping these lights can get fixed, and hopefully in the next 10 minutes. There's Mr. Fakara, one of the band teachers, and there's Mr. Diaz, the other band instructor. And we cut out of their faces, of course, as we were talking about them. Now he's coming back. He's giving us a low shot. The Liberty, the Jaguar cheerleaders are doing things even in the dark.
And, this sideline is still dark, but, once again, once these lights get back on, the energy will pick right back up. Everything will get started right where they left off. And
alrighty, we're gonna go to a commercial break right now and see you after these messages.
I wait here by the curb when my old friend heard, hoping for bottles and cans to fill my car. Plastic's alright, cardboard's a delight. When you recycle, you're doing your part. So round up all you can to help your fellow man. Keep the planet healthy wherever you roam. You're not acting alone. The earth is your home. Yeah, yeah. When you recycle, you're saving your home.
Join me, Terry Bradshaw, as I explore all that's new and exciting about the USA and Canada and what people are doing in order to make a difference. It's an easy way to see what's happening across your own country. Welcome to Today in America. The Northeast has played a dominant role in American history and continues to be a major powerhouse today. Join me as we journey to one destination among the original 13 colonies. Situated about halfway between New York City and Philadelphia, Jackson Township, New Jersey, is one of America's best places to live, work, and to play. Established in 1844, the town was named after President Andrew Jackson. Its primary economic driver at the time was agriculture, and while some farms still exist, Jackson Township has transitioned from a rural to a developing community. Its population has more than doubled since 1980, and today, Jackson Township is home to around 58,000 residents. Known by many as the gateway to the Jersey Shore, it's the largest township in Ocean County and the third largest in the state. It spans over 100 square miles, 8,500 acres of which are considered developable land. All of this room to grow makes Jackson Township a place flourishing with development opportunity. And that's exactly what township leaders and others in the community are working to achieve.
The collaborative effort goes back to our working with the New Jersey State Department of Community Affairs, along with the New Jersey Institute of Technology College of Architecture, who helped us design and market this strategic plan so we can attract new businesses, actually people who come to Jackson for not only careers, but to live and work here.
With the substantial increase in population, Jackson Township leaders say their residents could use more big business in town, providing the services residents now have to seek outside of town. Jackson Township leaders also say they would like to increase development to provide local employment opportunities and to shift the rateable base from residential to commercial. The township's strong population and its already huge attractor, Six Flags Great Adventure, are working in its favor. One of the first pieces to the township's master plan is the development of a lodging and entertainment venue. The Department of Community Affairs and the New Jersey Institute of Technology College of Architecture and Design are key parts of the project.
Right now, all that Jackson Township needs is a hotel developer to come in, seize this opportunity. The New Jersey Business Action Center is poised to develop a package of incentives for a developer that comes to the state. So we're optimistically looking forward to seeing this development become a reality.
The lodging facility will be the first of its kind at any Six Flags property.
We're very excited about having a lodging and entertainment complex at Six Flags Great Adventure. The reason being is currently almost all of our guests, when they come to visit the park, can't stay because there isn't much accommodation in the area. And so this is actually going to give us the opportunity for them to enjoy the entire complex, both the water park and the theme park on a visit, extend the weekend, or come actually down and spend their vacations here. We're actually looking forward to that.
In addition to the opportunities for commercial development, Jackson Township's residential sector has room to accommodate an additional 5,600 housing units. Mitch Lee of Lee Realty has plans to build 1,500.
Mitch Lee's been working very closely with the mayor and the Township of Jackson to design a vision of a dream village, a place where people can work, live, play, have fun.
These current and future development plans are designed to make the quality of life for Jackson residents that much greater. The township already boasts year-round recreational opportunities, including 2 golf courses, campground resorts, and 10 playgrounds and park facilities. It features an excellent public school system with a nationally recognized high school band, a low crime rate, premium outlet shopping, and nearby access to top-notch healthcare facilities.
Now is probably the most exciting time in Jackson's history, with everything we have to offer to families, businesses looking to relocate or start a new business, a premier destination now for vacations. Families are going to love it here. Live, work, and play. I couldn't think of a better place.
Hey, you! Me? Have you been feeling sick? Have you been sneezing? Well, I'm gonna teach you proper sneezing etiquette. Yay! Step 1, prepare to sneeze. Step 2, grab a tissue. Hey, here's your tissue. Thank you. Step 3, cover your nose and mouth with the tissue. Step 4, sneeze. Achoo! Step 5, throw it out. Hey, here's the garbage. Thank you. And step 6, go wash your hands. Ew. What to do if you don't have a tissue? Step 1, prepare to sneeze. Step 2, no tissue. Oh, don't have a tissue. Oh, no. Step 3, sneeze in the inside of your elbow. Achoo! Step 4, wash your hands.
The world has been a very different place since early 2020 due to the coronavirus pandemic, and people have faced many challenges at home and at work. While some people have been given the opportunity to work from home, others did not have that luxury, having to go out and risk their health for the well-being of others. These workers quickly became known as essential workers, critical professionals, many of which just under a year ago went largely unnoticed and often underappreciated.
We were hit hard. The pandemic really changed the way we operated our business. I work at Dave's. We operate 2 restaurants close to the Jersey Shore, and we've been able to stay open during the pandemic.
Since the pandemic has started, our work has become more essential, especially with some crimes spiking with others. The biggest one has been domestics. People being quarantined, people being, say, shut down, being told you have to stay at home, can't leave.
When I first heard about the essential businesses open, I knew we were going to be open the entire time. This grocery store and grocery in general, it never stops. And it's a constant supply and demand, especially for the people, especially during a crisis.
I work at a pediatrician's office. I am a nurse, an RN. Because of COVID, we are all masked at all times. If we're doing patient testing, we are double masked. We wear goggles or face shields. We are social distance with our colleagues, which has been difficult. Sometimes you're on lunch break and you just want to hang out with one of the other nurses, and we all have to make sure we're socially distanced, especially because we have no mask on at that time.
Our protocols were changed all across the board. No indoor dining, we had to wear masks, and cleaning had to be done all the time. And I mean, all the time. But people needed to eat, and we needed to continue to work as hard as we could to serve the community of the Jersey Shore. Our business has definitely shifted from mostly in-person dining to delivery and takeout. People are ordering on DoorDash, which is allowing our business to stay alive, but is doing what's essential in keeping people fed during this time.
We have to take a lot more precaution and use different technologies that we've never had before. The biggest one is wearing masks. To roll up to a scene, maybe we have to have our mask on initially, and trying to converse with somebody is a little harder now with a mask. So we had to adjust to that, but just knowing that I still have to do some kind of aid, and I can't worry if they have COVID or not.
Around March, it really kind of hit hard. The whole nation went into lockdown, and everybody pretty much flocked to the store. We've had to hire a ton of new people, and it's just been crazy here, nonstop.
When it started to get really bad, it was pretty scary because we just didn't know how it was going to affect our patients. We see patients from newborns to 26, so we see a lot of little people, and we didn't know if it was going to get bad for them, if it was going to get bad for us.
So much of our work that we do is essential, whether or not we have a pandemic or not. From the time we start our shift to the time we end, we are constantly getting called for service, people call headquarters. But regardless of what's going on, we still have to go.
202 Jackson, I'll be en route to that crash.
We can't say, okay, we can't help you out because you have COVID. I can only stand 6 feet away from you. Meanwhile, you have a heart attack. We have to get hands-on.
I still remember when the pandemic first started getting bad. There was one elderly man that came in after I finished checking out his groceries. He said, "Hey, thank you for being here." And it really kind of hit me because it was just, again, just the job, just something to pay the bills. And now it's people are really reliant on us now, and I'm just happy to be helping everyone out as much as I can.
It's crazy to think that little restaurants like ours could suddenly be providing essential services to people. But here we are, preparing food for hundreds of families all across the Jersey Shore every day.
I can't stress enough as far as us being essential workers that we have to answer our calls. We have to answer our calls. We're in it to help people. Whenever the phone rings and people call for help, we are coming. Again, whether it's a pandemic, whether it's a snowstorm, whether it's an active shooter, we are coming to the problem. We have to come to the problem. We can't sit there and say,
hello, and welcome back to the Jackson Memorial Field as the lights have finally turned back on and are warming up as the teams also start warming up again. And, that's a rough break there. And, the Jags, if they have any questions about what play they're running now, they've have not used their time off. But the Jags, this actually on a 4th and 10, this is a pretty interesting play. I mean, they've had time to think it over. So we'll see.
They've had almost like an entire halftime to think it over, kind of.
Yeah. And
now, here's the thing. You could punt it here and try to pin them in their 10, but there is a chance that it bounces in the end zone and puts them at the 20 already, and you're at the 43-ish. So you're just going to give them like 20 yards. So maybe going for it here is the best option to do. But I love now that those lights are back on and we can continue play.
And Jags, it's interesting because they want to go up by 2 scores one way or another. They're definitely out of field goal range, but on a 4th and 10, it does become risky. Their passing game has had good moments to it, but I'm not sure it's quite been consistent enough for them. And
6:20 remaining, 4th and 10. Now the coaches will be talking with the center referees. These things just unfortunately happen like that. You can never plan for that. That's just one of those things that it's just so hard to plan for.
Oh yeah, I mean, backup side, of course, it's good that only one side came out, the other side came up, so it was not pitch black. But
because I think if both sides would have went out, I think they might have just called it right then and there. But I'm actually kind of glad we waited.
Yeah, this is a game that no one wanted this game to be postponed. No one wanted this to be picked up later. This is the homecoming game. This is Big Cat. People mark this day on their calendar, and they wait for it. And they're here tonight, and they're here to watch them play. Jags gonna take the field now.
They look like, I think they're changing their mind. I think they are going for a punt, because I do not see Ty Man out there, but they can fake it here.
They could.
It's very unlikely, but I have said that about many football games, and what have you know? Oh, and they called a timeout. That's kind of weird. More official timeout? Wait, you just had like an entire 30-minute break. Why are we calling timeout?
I'm not quite sure, but and it might be, I don't know.
I'm very confused of what just happened. Do we have a replay or anything that can kind of explain or anything?
I just think it was a timeout. I don't know, but
I couldn't even hear the announcer because of the band. That's how loud the band is.
It will be punting. Return man standing at around the 10. Connor Hills, the return man for the Lions.
The punter for Liberty is Angelo Nikoski.
And punt is off. He's going to call for a fair catch. He's going to muff it, and looks like it'll be picked up by the Jags, it looks like. And the refs will signal it. First down for the Jags off of a muffed kick.
That's one of those things where you call a fair catch, you just got to catch it. Once you call that fair catch and someone hits you, it's a penalty. So he was scared if someone's going to hit him.
And he called for the fair catch, and the ball landed 3 or 4 yards short of where he was standing.
And they officially gave it to him now. It is going to be Memorial first and goal. So it's basically like an arm punt fumble.
And that's not, and that, look, it'll do it to you, not being warmed up. I mean, they didn't get much of a warm-up during the break, just kind of standing around and
just stretching, really.
But that's really unexcusable for the Lions, and this gives incredible field position for the Jags, and that's a second turnover that has extended this drive.
Now Ty Mann will come back out to lead his team for 4 drives. He's already in scoring. He's already in goal line territory, so.
Gonna have nobody out wide. Most likely gonna be a run here. Motion in the backfield, gonna take the snap, gonna keep it himself. Able to get past one blocker, make a cut, able to get in, get past the 10, down to the 5 before it.
Down about 7.
Down at about the 7. Good run by them, and able to make a play out of nothing there. Was able to get past it, and gets brought down. And gain of 4.
It's going to be about 2nd and 6. 2nd and goal on the 6-yard line.
And the Jags' first touchdown was on a play-action pass that led a receiver to be wide open in the end zone. So they're going to see what they come out with here. Once again, send no one wide. But with a dual-threat quarterback like this, really don't know what to question. More motion in the backfield. A little bit of jumping on the line. Ty Man takes it, able to find room, and that'll be a touchdown for the Jags. Good run, good blocking, able to find a hole, and 13-0. The Jags take, oh God. As we take a look at that again, and he just takes a snap, and everyone goes to the left. Good play there. Running back, able to sell it pretty well that he had it, and once again, just good play by Ty Man. And it'll be blocked and recovered by Jackson. That'll be no good.
Hey, at least he didn't turn around and take it the other way, at least.
Yeah, but a phenomenal block by the Lions.
I believe that was number. I didn't see who that was. If we have a replay,
but good play by them, and he was back there really quick. And I'm not sure the kicker knew what happened. I think the kicker thought he was offside, and that's at least something going the way of the Lions. 13-0, and yeah, extra points, not a gimme in high school ball. So, and that's been something that has haunted the Jags for the past few games.
Yes, not making their extra points, or just some. You wouldn't believe how much a 1 point can make a difference in a game, but it does make a difference in a game. Like being down 1-0 instead of being down 7-6 is different from being tied 7-7. So, like, those special teams plays are really important sometimes, and, like, they're especially in certain situations.
Yeah, and special teams is such an overlooked and underrated part of the game. A good special teams unit are really a hallmark of some of the really good teams. And they'll go for an onside kick. Will not be recovered.
Why?
Jags. Interesting call by them. I think they wanted to catch him off guard. And
I kind of get that, but it's like why? Like you're up 13.
But
0.
that's something they want to take this lead, and they want to go into a commanding lead before the half. 2-possession lead. They like it, but they're going to want to improve on that lead before the half because the Lions will get the half, and if the Lions start to get momentum, they can 100% catch up. 3 out wide. Quarterback's going to keep it himself, run it up the middle, and get brought down almost immediately. A gain of maybe 3.
Number 52 there with the tackle.
Eric Ibe. And there, good run and a phenomenal tackle by Eric Ibe before he gets brought down at the 49.
Both these quarterbacks are not afraid of the run.
And now we'll look at a 2nd and 8. 3 out wide, 1 in the backfield. Gonna take the snap, keep it himself again, and no gain there. Looks like they're gonna get him back to the line of scrimmage. Now looking at a 3rd and 8.
I think Liberty is just, I know, I understand the run, setting the ground game is important and all, but you kind of have to open up with the passing game, and like you have to trust your one-on-ones, and they had a nice one-on-one there on the side. I think maybe they try it.
They've had success throwing the ball on their first drive. They threw 2 or 3 times, were able to pick up 2 3rd and longs, were able to get good amounts of yards. 3 out wide again, and going to be play action, look over the middle, and that'll be broken up by Ty Mann. Another play both sides. The intended receiver was Connor Gallagher, and now we'll look at a 4th and 8, and that'll be a 3 and out, assuming they go for the punt, which it looks like they will.
Looks like they are going for the punt here. I mean, I don't think you can go for it here and not get it and give Memorial the ball at the 50 here. Like, and you're going to basically say, all right, go ahead and score a field goal. All right, go ahead and score a touchdown.
And this is where that onside kick has really started to, I mean, it's already gone back and gone against the Jags. Oh, and that was almost a blocked punt. But that was a good kick down the sideline, and actually a phenomenal kick. That'll be spotted at the 4. Couldn't have placed it much better than that, and that'll really leave some work for the Jags.
Almost blocked by Eric Ibe.
About 3 minutes to get it down the field, and if they do elect to run the ball more, that is not a lot of time.
I mean, for Memorial here, they got to get 2 first downs, and both teams only have 1 timeout remaining, I believe. Or one team has 0, I think. Oh, Eric Ibe almost got that block.
And now on the 4-yard line.
That's actually a pretty good bunt there for Liberty.
Yeah, it
Pinned
really
him inside
was.
the own 5-yard line.
Yeah, and the punt, it did take a good Liberty bounce. Gonna be taking the snap from the goal line. And he'll keep the ball himself. Time man up the middle, able to move forward, get about to the 13. That'd be a decent gain. And it'll be a 2nd and 1, a good 9-yard gain by Time Man. Gives them more room to work with, and on these 2nd and 1s, it's one of those situations where this could be a spot where you take a shot deep, because
timeout,
if you trust your running game enough that they can get a yard, and if you trust that on a 3rd and 1 they will get the yard, you could risk an incomplete pass on the 2nd and 1.
Timeout Liberty, I'm guessing? Just as another look.
The tickets are being sold in the visiting concession stand. $20 gets you in the hunt for $2,000.
And clock has been running, 2:20 left in the half. And
in a second.
And take the snap. Time man hands it off. He's going to go to the outside. But get brought down, and that's a big loss for the Jags. And
that is Albert DeSalleandro there.
They really need a first down here, because punting again from their own end zone is not something they're going to want to do. And last time they were able to get away with it off of a penalty and an interception. But this time, probably not going to get so lucky if they're forced to punt out of their own end zone. And clock still ticking, 1 minute and 40 seconds. Jags gonna take some time off the clock before they want to give the ball back to the Lions.
Here we go. Here comes the snap, and
Time
Man's
Man's
gonna keep it
himself. Go up the middle, push forward. Before getting brought down, but look at the spot. It looks like he's gonna get the first down.
And timeout Lions, and I think they're gonna use their timeout here, stop the clock.
Yeah, they're really gonna hope for a
good punt.
They're gonna hope for a 3 and out, as they did get the first down.
Just under $2,000 for the winner right now.
Minute and 18 seconds left. 1st and 10, all the way back at their own 16-yard line. They've got a lot to go. As always, there will be a halftime show presented by the Jackson Memorial Marching Band, so make sure to stick around for that, as we will be covering it.
You getting some nice special coverage today. You got the Liberty Band with the before the game, which is your pregame. Then you had the seniors pregame. Then you had whatever went on with the lights today. And then now you're getting the marching band plus the football game. You're getting a lot of coverage today with a lot of good stuff. So hope you're all enjoying.
And that just, you know, these games, you never know what happens. It always seems like the rivalries, the weird things happen, and
at a Big Cat game.
Yeah, and of course that. And Jags, 1 minute and 17 left on the clock. And 3 out wide. Time man takes the snap. Gonna drop back, look to throw. He's gonna keep it for himself. Go forward, get forward. Able to find some room on the sideline. Able to get down, continue to take it, and get across the 50. And a good run by Time man. once again, that's where and goes on the side, and Justin Utek with a good tackle, getting him out of bounds, able to stay with him stride for stride, and able to get out of bounds, which is important here. A minute and 5 seconds left, and
that sideline can be a weapon and also can be a tool, and there was a tool there for Ty Mann because, I mean, the defense likes to use it as a weapon, but he was hugging that sideline and he kept in.
Yeah, and he was really able to get forward, and no one was really able to get a hand on him. He was able to just keep his footing, keep his ground, as Ty Mann's going to drop back again, looking to throw, forced to scramble out to the side. He's going to throw it away. I believe intended for number 5, but not able to get it over to him.
58 seconds remaining in this second quarter of play.
And that was some good pressure, a good blitz by them, and forcing Ty Mann to run. It's really a weapon, and you really need to keep someone on containing the quarterback. Make sure that when you make him scramble, he can get past that line, and he can scramble, and he's shown that he can get the first downs, and he can pick up major yardage. But it's really up to them to make sure that if he is forced to scramble, that they either get him down or force him to make a bad throw or throw it away. But there will be 4 out wide for the Jags now. Gonna be 4-man rush, gonna drop back, look left, complete the throw to number 6. Good screen pass, able to get forward, a gain of maybe 4. That'll bring it to a 3rd and about 6. Connor Gallagher on the stop, and Albert D'Alessandro on the reception. And now they're running some hurry-up offense.
They are going hurry up, but
getting to 33 seconds left on the clock. He's going to drop back 4 wide again. Going to take a shot down the field, and looks like he's got to be looking for pass interference. Not going to get it. The intended receiver was number 4, Justin Hirsch.
Yeah. That didn't look like a pass interference to me. I think he just slipped. That grass is very, very wet, and I think he just slipped. And timeout, or official timeout now, with 25 seconds remaining. I mean, if I'm the Lions, if I'm the Jaguars here, I just take it to halftime being up 13 points. I know Liberty does get the ball back, but you're up 13-0 and you're shutting out Liberty. So I would not be as scared to go against Liberty, to give Liberty the ball in the second half.
Yeah, and I would. The Jags definitely gonna go for it here, and that just good call by them. And actually, it looks like they're gonna punt, but nobody to receive for the Lions.
Oh, a fake punt!
And they're going to throw it over the side, and
that's going to be an interception.
And really interesting play call, and I believe they are going to give that one to the Lions. And on a fake play, the wild card, and that one gets thrown out to the side, and it goes through the arms before getting picked off by number 11, Cole Malinowski. Good play by him. Just able to get it and went through the arms of number 25,
Robert Panicu.
And on a 4th and 7, going for it, an interception, while not the best thing for them, the fact that they didn't allow a return makes it just a little bit easier.
Okay, Liberty is just going to take a knee, take it into halftime, being down 13, which in this position is the right thing to do, in my opinion. Just take it down, 13-0, it's all right. You come back in the second half with a stronger game plan.
And Liberty will be getting the ball in the second half. And just make sure you stick around, because we will have the Jackson Memorial Band performing their halftime show.
There is the drone shot following the football field.
And We will be back with homecoming festivities and the band in a short bit. For now, we'll send you over to a commercial break.
I know it's our anniversary dinner. I'll be there in a couple minutes. I'll text you when I'm in the car. Bye, Mom. See you later.
Don't text and drive.
I know. I'm sorry. I didn't see you.
You didn't stop.
I know, but my girlfriend, she's mad at me. I had to text her.
It's my first day of school. He's only 7.
I know, but I was looking down at my phone. I can't stop. I'm sorry.
May not win tonight, but will he win when he faces the Alabama Roll Tide?
All right, hey, we've got some homecoming.
What do you say, Zach? Ladies and gentlemen, a big hand for our 2022, class of 2022 homecoming court.
an amazing
And now it is time for your Jackson Memorial High School Jaguar Marching Band. Presenting their 2021 show, Heroes, under the direction of Mr. Jason Diaz. The Mega 50-50 total amount is $1,980. We have a winner. Please take out your tickets if you have a Mega 50-50, $1,980. Our winning person is Yasmin Baldwin. The ticket number is 290682. 290682. Yasmin Baldwin is the winner of the Mega 50-50. Please take your winning ticket to the concession stand, to the visiting concession stand by the restrooms. Please take your winning Mega 50-50 ticket to the concession stand by the restroom. 290682. Yasmin Baldwin, $1,980. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have a winner, so parents club at the concession stand. The winner is heading over with their winning ticket. Now, let's get ready for the performance from the Jackson Memorial High School dance team. I'm sorry, and also the Liberty girls are joining them. Last second to know.
Thank you. And like I said, Jackson Liberty and Jackson Memorial dance team, we just had a chance to catch that Jackson Memorial halftime marching band show, but here we go.
Hold on. Restart.
Everybody talking, trying to see me. Disbelief like I ain't breathing, need was 6 feet deep. Come on, police, shut your mouth. Dead man can't holler what you talking about. Let you through that door and ain't walking out. Let me get you back in time. For sure, they just can't take it. I own the wall.
Ride with the mob, Alhamdulillah. Check you and me, and do your job. Berg is the name, Ben Baller did the chain. Tourneau for the watch, Prezi plain Jane. Yamagini chain, rest in peace to my superior. Hermes like a feeder village in Liberia. TMZ taking pictures, causing my hysteria. Mama see me on BT and start tearing up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the combo of the Jackson Liberty and Jackson Memorial girls tennis team. Give them a big hand.
All right, look at that, huh? Jackson Liberty, Jackson Memorial team up with the dance for us there. what a day. We got to see both bands
Yeah,
put
the
on
band.
a show.
Yeah, the
little
band.
homecoming, little football, even had a blackout. Shoot.
I'm
The only
like-
thing missing from this show is Mr. Noble wrestling an alligator.
Have you done that yet, Mr. Noble, this season? I'll get.
All right, listen, we're gonna take a short break, and when we come back, we'll have the second half. Brian and Steven will be back with you. See ya on the other side.
I wait here by the curb when my old friend heard, hoping for bottles and cans to fill my car. Plastic's alright, cardboard's a delight. When you recycle, you're doing your part. Surround up all you can to help your fellow man. Keep the planet healthy wherever you roam. You're not acting alone. The earth is your home. Yeah, yeah. When you recycle, you're saving your home.
Hey, you! Me? Have you been feeling sick? Have you been sneezing? Well, I'm gonna teach you proper sneezing etiquette. Yay! Step 1, prepare to sneeze. Step 2, grab a tissue. Hey, here's your tissue. Thank you. Step 3, cover your nose and mouth with the tissue. Step 4, sneeze. Achoo! Step 5, throw it out. Hey, here's the garbage. Thank you. And step 6, go wash your hands. Ew. What to do if you don't have a tissue? Step 1, prepare to sneeze. Step 2, no tissue. Don't have a tissue. Oh, no. Step 3, sneeze in the inside of your elbow. Achoo! Step 4, wash your hands.
You have the power to save a life. Cardiac arrest isn't rare, but surviving it is. Over 300,000 people suffer from sudden cardiac arrest every year. About 8% survive, and it's not only the elderly that can experience these life-altering events. The #1 killer of young athletes is sudden cardiac arrest, because a young athlete dies from cardiac incident once every 3 days in the United States. About 80% of cardiac arrests that occur are outside of a hospital. About 89% of those victims don't survive because people around them don't know how to perform cardiopulmonary resuscitation. It's very simple. You can help save a life. The American Heart Association changed its protocol for the public to hands-only CPR, which means when a witness cardiac arrest occurs, a bystander, like you, can call 911 and begin external chest compressions immediately by pushing hard and fast in the center of the chest while awaiting arrival of the first responders. It's very straightforward. Your immediate action can help save a life. Learn hands-only CPR.
Join me, Terry Bradshaw, as I explore all that's new and exciting about the USA and Canada and what people are doing in order to make a difference. It's an easy way to see what's happening across your own country. Welcome to Today in America. The Northeast has played a dominant role in American history and continues to be a major powerhouse today. Join me as we journey to one destination among the original 13 colonies. Situated about halfway between New York City and Philadelphia, Jackson Township, New Jersey, is one of America's best places to live, work, and to play. Established in 1844, the town was named after President Andrew Jackson. Its primary economic driver at the time was agriculture, and while some farms still exist, Jackson Township has transitioned from a rural to a developing community. Its population has more than doubled since 1980, and today, Jackson Township is home to around 58,000 residents. Known by many as the gateway to the Jersey Shore, it's the largest township in Ocean County and the third largest in the state. It spans over 100 square miles, 8,500 acres of which are considered developable land. All of this room to grow makes Jackson Township a place flourishing with development opportunity. And that's exactly what township leaders and others in the community are working to achieve.
The collaborative effort goes back to our working with the New Jersey State Department of Community Affairs, along with the New Jersey Institute of Technology, College of Architecture, who helped us design and market this strategic plan so we can attract new businesses, actually people who come to Jackson for not only careers, but to live and work here.
With the substantial increase in population, Jackson Township leaders say their residents could use more big business in town, providing the services residents now have to seek outside of town. Jackson Township leaders also say they would like to increase development to provide local employment opportunities and to shift the rateable base from residential to commercial. The township's strong population and its already huge attractor, Six Flags Great Adventure, are working in its favor. One of the first pieces to the township's master plan is the development of a lodging and entertainment venue. The Department of Community Affairs and the New Jersey Institute of Technology, College of Architecture and Design are key parts of the project.
Right now, all that Jackson Township needs is a hotel developer to come in, seize this opportunity. The New Jersey Business Action Center is poised to develop a package of incentives for a developer that comes to the state. So we're optimistically looking forward to seeing this development become a reality.
The lodging facility will be the first of its kind at any Six Flags property.
We're very excited about having a lodging and entertainment complex at Six Flags Great Adventure. The reason being is currently almost all of our guests, when they come to visit the park, can't stay because there isn't much accommodation in the area. And so this is actually going to give us the opportunity for them to enjoy the entire complex, both the water park and the theme park on a visit, extend the weekend, or come actually down and spend their vacations here. We're actually looking forward to that.
In addition to the opportunities for commercial development, Jackson Township's residential sector has room to accommodate an additional 5,600 housing units. Mitch Lee of Lee Realty has plans to build 1,500.
Mitch Lee's been working very closely with the mayor and the Township of Jackson to design a vision of a dream village, a place where people can work, live, play, have fun.
These current and future development plans are designed to make the quality of life for Jackson residents that much greater. The township already boasts year-round recreational opportunities, including 2 golf courses, campground resorts, and 10 playgrounds and park facilities. It features an excellent public school system with a nationally recognized high school band, a low crime rate, premium outlet shopping, and nearby access to top-notch healthcare facilities.
Now is probably the most exciting time in Jackson's history, with everything we have to offer to families, businesses looking to relocate or start a new business, a premier destination now for vacations. Families are going to love it here. Live, work, and play. I couldn't think of a better place.
A very different place since early 2020 due to the coronavirus pandemic, and people have faced many challenges at home and at work. While some people have been given the opportunity to work from home, others did not have that luxury, having to go out and risk their health for the well-being of others. These workers quickly became known as essential workers, critical professionals, many of which just under a year ago went largely unnoticed and often underappreciated.
We were hit hard. The pandemic really changed the way we operated our business. I work at Dave's. We operate 2 restaurants close to the Jersey Shore, and we've been able to stay open during the pandemic.
Since the pandemic has started, our work has become more essential, especially with some crimes spiking with others. The biggest one has been domestics. People being quarantined, people being, say, shut down, being told you have to stay at home, can't leave.
When I first heard about the essential businesses open, I knew we were going to be open the entire time. This grocery store and grocery in general, it never stops. And it's a constant supply and demand, especially for the people, especially during a crisis.
I work at a pediatrician's office. I am a nurse, an RN. Because of COVID, we are all masked at all times. If we're doing patient testing, we are double masked. We wear goggles or face shields. We are social distance with our colleagues, which has been difficult. Sometimes you're on lunch break and you just want to hang out with one of the other nurses, and we all have to make sure we're socially distanced, especially because we have no mask on at that time.
Our protocols were changed all across the board. No indoor dining, we had to wear masks, and cleaning had to be done all the time. And I mean, all the time. But people needed to eat, and we needed to continue to work as hard as we could to serve the community of the Jersey Shore. Our business has definitely shifted from mostly in-person dining to delivery and takeout. People are ordering on DoorDash, which is allowing our business to stay alive, but is doing what's essential and keeping people fed during this time.
We have to take a lot more precaution and use different technologies that we've never had before. The biggest one is wearing masks. To roll up to a scene, maybe we have to have our mask on initially, and trying to converse with somebody is a little harder now with a mask. So we had to adjust to that, but just knowing that I still have to do some kind of aid, and I can't worry if they have COVID or not.
Around March, it really kind of hit hard. The whole nation went into lockdown, and everybody pretty much flocked to the store. We've had to hire a ton of new people, and it's just been crazy here, nonstop.
When it started to get really bad, it was pretty scary because we just didn't know how it was going to affect our patients. We see patients from newborns to 26, so we see a lot of little
Hey, welcome back to the JTV Game of the Week. It's Jackson Memorial Homecoming. I'm Harry Ferrone sitting in here for Brian and Steve, who have obviously decided that the ice cream truck down at the front of the stadium is wide open, but I thought I'd wait till after the third quarter started. Oh, look who's joined us. Hi, Steven.
Hello, everyone, again.
Let's see, first half, we've got Jaguars up 13-0 here. And so far, you know, the Jags have taken advantage of field position and some miscues there by the Lions. And the Lions have had some opportunities, but had some penalties kind of go against them. So let's see.
I mean, that is
second
football,
half,
though.
You go in, make those halftime adjustments, and see how it goes. It's been a good game so far.
I'm kind of glad.
Both teams playing some pretty good defense.
Yeah.
All right, listen, Brian's back from picking up some buffalo chicken wings. I'm going to turn it over to him.
And the Jags are going to take the field up 13-0, and the Lions will receive the kickoff to begin the second half. And the Lions, in their first drive, had some success passing the ball. Got a few called back due to penalties, but they had some good plays, a couple of big gainers, and I would be surprised if the Lions did not turn back to that pass game just a little bit, test the waters with it, because they did have some success as we're nearing 2 minutes till the second half begins.
Well, what the Lions need to do is they have to come out and they have to get some points on the board immediately. Like the front out of the gate, maybe not quick, maybe not slow, but they got to come out, get some points on, have a good confident drive to get points on this board. Like they cannot give Memorial back the ball, still being 0 points on this board. I mean, a field goal would help, but you really need a touchdown. A field goal ain't bad here because you're down by 10, but then you're giving Memorial the ball right back and be like, yo, we dare you to score a touchdown.
And that's something about 13, that mixed extra point really does make a big difference now because it's 2 field goals and a touchdown where 14 starts to get a little bit of a harder number to get to because that is 2 touchdowns. So the Lions can stall out on a drive or 2, can take some field goals, but it really all comes down to defense and making sure that the defense of the Lions stays strong and that the Jags stay ahead.
And we got another special guest joining us today, one of our JTV crew, Alex. Here you go, Alex.
Oh my God, I can't believe I have the privilege of talking at the big Liberty versus Memorial game. It's so crazy. Oh my God. You know, Memorial has been killing it, which kind of sucks because Liberty should win, my home school. But I hope everyone's having a nice night, and yeah, that's all I got to say.
And nice encouraging message as we get ready to start the second half.
And thank you, Alex. Thank you. Go back on audio.
this has been it's been a weird game. Just at the end, but you know, and it's not even halfway done. It's crazy. And Lions will be receiving. And
I think Jag Nation is throwing something around in the stands right now. I can't tell what it is. Oh, it's just their flag. I thought they were throwing like a water bottle around.
It's gonna be interesting call for the Jags as they had an onside kick and a squib kick before. See if they go for a more traditional, normal kickoff or what they do. And
traditional, normal kickoff.
Goes deep, received at the 10. Gonna have some room forward before getting brought down at about the 21. And good kickoff. Went probably a little bit high in the corner's liking and a decent 2-yard return.
As here we go now. Jackson Liberty will have the first drive in the second half. Here we go.
And Liberty's going to be looking to set the tone and try to move if they can throw here. Going to go out to the side, a little bit of an out route, has room to go up the sideline. Going to get brought down at about the 39-ish. And that'll be a first down.
Tackled by number 4, Justin Hirsch.
Really good play. Connor Gallagher on the catch. And that's the type of tone that Liberty wants to set. Once again, going to the air, they've had some success in the past, and they can really start to rely on this passing game. And that'll really, if they can do that, and if they can stay consistent on a passing game for the entire season, that's really something that can elevate an offense and elevate an entire team. And going to be a false start on most likely the offensive line. And really, that was most of the offensive line moved before the snap even came out. And
I think it was everyone besides the center.
Yeah. And it's one of those things where you don't really know who's at fault. It could be the center, it could be the lineman, but you know that's kind of a momentum killer for Liberty.
Well, it could be the center not snapping the ball too, like you said.
The official timeout as they look to re-spot the ball.
I was like, the ball's here and the guy was there. I'm like, that doesn't add up.
And
with about 10:52 remaining.
1st and 15. And take the snap, look right, not see anything he likes. He's going to scroll back, and if he gets sacked, but he's going to get that away. A flag up. Could be intentional grounding.
Angelo Nico Sala there with the pressure on Cooper York.
And
Yorker, I think.
And that'll be intentional grounding on the lines again, and that's 2 penalties. That'll take them back to where they started the drive.
That'd be 2nd and 15. Oh, it's first down? I thought intentional grounding was a loss of a down. Huh.
2nd and 34.
Oh, there it is. Now it's right.
The official call, a little bit of confusion by the officials, and intentional grounding is a spot of the foul penalty. And I believe backed up behind where they started.
About 24 yards behind.
And there, he's going to get the throw off to the side. It's completed. And big hit by number 52.
That is Eric Ibe.
Eric Ibe, but, and as you can see, just good rush by Eric Ibe, able to get pressure on the quarterback, able to dump it off to the side and get them, I guess, no, they're not even going to give him a yard, so a 3rd and 34. They need a big play here. And once again, that's penalties again, playing a huge factor against the Lions. And we're going to have
4 wide?
4 wide. Quarterback's going to keep it and just get brought down. That offensive line is not able to stop the Jags line. And the Lions had a good first play, able to get the first down, but the Jags really set the tone and brought them down. And as you can see, tried to get forward. And once again, good pressure, number 73. On
Ryan Fisher and Kyle Laverta were on there for the sack, half a sack.
And now going to be punting from about the 2-yard line. And that was a little bit high, not able to block it. A high kick will be fair caught by the Jags. And roughing the kicker called against the Jags.
You have the replay?
And
I'd like to see the replay of that, or maybe the roughing the passer.
And that's
and we're gonna take another look at this roughing the kicker here.
And you can see able to get it, and yeah, he definitely did, and that'll be against the Jags, but they will get a fresh set of downs, and they're still in. Oh, wait, roughing the kicker. Sorry,
that's a 15-yard penalty.
First down, automatic first down for the Lions. So they catch a big break there.
Running into the kicker is only 5 yards. Roughing the kicker is 15.
And
it's going to be a reverse.
And they tried to get a little bit creative with it, but the offensive line of the Lions just not able to fend off that Jag defensive line. And their front seven have really been showing up. I mean, we haven't been, it's still the first drive of the second half, but this tone has been set by the Jags, and they are really getting in there and pressuring the quarterback.
It's kind of like reminded me of like an old school mentality football. We're going to be in your face, and it's just like they're just sending 4 or 5 guys in, and they're just breaking this offensive line down.
Yeah, and especially with the Lions and their ground and pound offense, it's just not going to work, as Eric Ibe, once again, able to just get a phenomenal tackle.
Also on that sack, Angelo Nico Saka.
And yeah, this ground and pound offense, they're not going to find much success against this line. They need to make the Jags want to cover. They're going to need to send more people wide, send more cornerbacks out.
right now, Jackson's basically like, all right, we're going to stack the box, and we dare you to throw the ball. That's what Jackson's basically doing right now. They're lining like 6 up on the line and like 6 up in the back, 5 up in the backfield. So
and he's going to drop back, look left, going to be forced to scramble, and he's going to throw it, and that'll be out of the sideline, and a flag on the play.
Roughing the quarterback?
And
roughing the passer,
we'll
I should say.
See what they call. And it'll be grounding against the Lions again.
It's like every time the Lions get a good penalty, they get another one bad against them. Like, it's like they can never have things good. It's always bad, good.
Still be, this penalty will be declined and bring them to a 4th and 10.
That was weird. That one official has just red flags. That is weird. There's that one official that has red flags. They all have, other ones have yellow flags, so it's kind of weird. And here they come with the punt for the 2nd time this drive.
And low spiraling punt. It's going to take a good Liberty bounce. Going to be received before getting brought down. And that's a big tackle there by number
Connor
4.
Gallagher.
And Connor Gallagher has been having himself a decent night. He's had a few receptions for 1st downs and been making plays on defense. And it looks like the officials will be talking it over.
Come up to the announcer's booth with your ticket. Your ticket number 144.
And we'll take a look at the replay. And let's see.
Let's see this tackle by Connor Gallagher here after this kick.
Gets the snap and good punt, and just 2 Lions able to get ahead. Lets it take a bounce a couple times, tries to turn up and get a few yards, but really just brings it down. And that's one of them where you got to be careful that you don't get horse collar tackle called on you. But he is able to get a good clean tackle off, and the Jags will start their drive at the 42.
As now the Jags will take over the ball around the 40-ish line. And they're going to run it with Aiden Sweeney. He's got some room to the outside. He's going to make a cut, and he's going to be tackled by number 23, I believe. 25 for Liberty. And Brendan Gallagher, Connor Gallagher's brother.
And those 2 have been having themselves a decent night, but the Lions, they got a lot of work to do. And Jags going to be looking to continue to move the ball. Going to try to get more points up on the board.
Now this is what the Jags got to just do. Just run the ball, take the time off the clock, and that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to run outside the 8 side. And Aiden Sweeney's going to stay on his feet. No, he's not. He's going to get pounded by like 6 Lions.
And once again, Connor Gallagher able to get to the backfield and bring him down fast before number 5, Pierce Frith, was able to bring him down. And we'll take a look at it again, and this is a decent loss. Connor Gallagher able to shed his block and not let him get away. Would have brought him down anyway.
It's like now kind of like the reverse is happening to Jaguars right now. Their offensive line is failing on these run plays.
And it's interesting, and that's the thing. Usually they tend to be the same. The offensive lines and defensive lines tend to be mostly of the same players, but and a lot of it does come down to the center. There's a lot of pressure on them, and it's a difficult position to play. It's hard as the other lineman, but the quarterback to drop back, look left, throw left, has an open receiver around the 40 before getting brought down, but he breaks the ball out, and Liberty will get it. And that will be a fumble. And Justin Uteg able to recover, and the Lions will take possession.
Let's see a closer look if we have the replay here. Let's take a closer look. Albert D'Alessandro catches it, and then Justin Ugwe punches it out and recovers that ball to make sure the Lions get another chance at this drive. Now, the Lions have been starting to bring some life back. They have to get offense now here.
Yeah, they've bought themselves an opportunity. They made a phenomenal play on defense. They're going to send only one out wide, two in the backfield, but he's going to keep it. Look on the outside. He's going to throw it, and that'll be caught. An incredible catch by number 14, Brian Thorley. And he's had a big night, too. I believe he had almost an interception earlier and a good catch, and they're moving down the field. And Jags don't look to disrupt that, but good throw and good trust in the route running on a good slant and a phenomenal catch there.
Good tackle there by Justin Hirsch to stop the first down.
And on a throw that was a little bit high, able to get it going. And on a 2nd and 2, the Lions, the quarterback going to keep the ball for himself, going to go to the outside. And that was Brian Thornley again.
Tackle there by Michael Cipriano.
And that was a wide receiver there under center. Took the direct snap. And after a quick confirmation, number 14 is actually Cooper York. So he's been having himself quite a night, which is something I expected because I didn't find myself saying his name quite a lot tonight, but he's been a big part of this offense. He's going to take the snap, hand it off, going to go to the outside and get brought down. There will be a flag on the play.
I believe it's holding. Yep, holding on the offense. Usually when the running back looks at the official like that, it's usually a holding. Penalty is declined. That is going to be a 3rd and 10. 2nd and 10.
And another look there, and he's able to get to the outside before getting brought down.
I really didn't see the holding there. I don't know, maybe it caught off screen. I just didn't see the holding there. Maybe it was early in the play. Now the Lions here have been decimated by penalty. I guarantee the Lions have cost penalty yards 80.
Yeah, it's
a high number.
Up there. But 3 out wide on a 2nd and 13. Going to take the snap, roll out to his right. Look, good throw deep and incomplete. No penalties.
Great defensive play there by Ty Mann to break that up.
And Lions now on a 3rd and 13 after that incomplete.
Alrighty, now the Lions got to get something on this 3rd down here. They have been completing a lot of 3rd downs, especially 3rd and longs, and they're going to take the run here. And he's got some room in the middle. He broke 3, 4, 5 tackles to be short the 1st down.
He's going to get brought down in a good juke, a couple of good moves, able to get out of a couple tackles and drag a few defenders a couple of yards. And we'll take a look at it again. Goes up the middle, good move, able to get at a 1 before getting brought down by 4 Jackson.
Good tackle there by Ty Mann to hold him short. And it looks like the Lions have to go for it here to stay into this game.
Yeah, and even though we're only in the 3rd quarter on a... with
4th and 2
left. This is in that interesting cutting range. Gonna take it, hands it off to the side, and get brought down, and it will be Jags' ball.
Wait, what?
And it looks like the ball came out, and they're gonna mark him down before the ball came out, but...
I was like, wait, how does he have the ball all the way over there? He was down over here. I was like, okay. Now that's going to be a 1st down and 10 from Jags. You got to update that official stick. He says it's 4th down. Or is it 4th down?
This is where the Lions are going to need to get another turnover or get a quick 3-and-out. They don't want to let them score any more points because their offense really has not shown much. And
Aiden Sweeney takes that, pounds it up the middle, and tackled there by number 21 for the Lions, Joe Bradley there.
And that'll be a gain of 5.
Aiden Sweeney carries for 5 yards for the Jaguars, tackled by Cooper York.
And once again, Cooper York on the tackle, having a good game for himself.
Like I said before, Cooper York is like that Swiss Army knife that he can play linebacker, he can play quarterback, he can play running back, he plays wide receiver, he plays safety, he plays defensive end. Like, he's like one of those players that can play any position on the field, like on offense and defense. So it's kind of pretty impressive.
Yeah, he can really play anywhere, and those are such dangerous players. But 2 in the backfield, 1 out wide. Got to go for a toss to the side. Able to make a move in, get a first down a little bit more before getting brought down. Got a gain of 6. And that'll be a first down for the Jaguars.
Now, if you're the Jaguars here, of course you're looking to score. Are you looking to score like quickly or take more time off the clock?
Well, the Jags, they want to score, and they're not going to care whether it comes fast or slow. They just want to get points on the board. They want to get this a little bit more out of reach. And if they see a big play, they're absolutely going to take it. They're going for the goal because they trust their defense. They've held them to 0 points so far, and I don't think they're that afraid to give Liberty the ball. As we've seen, they've had a few moments where they go for it on 4th downs in situations where it's a little bit questionable, but for the most part, they've paid off, and he's going to hand it off up the middle and get brought down, and
that sound did not sound good. Like, that was just like head-butting sounds. Number five, Aiden Sweeney on the run there, and tackled by number 5, Pierce Firth.
And that's not going to be a big gain. It'll be a 2nd and 9.
I think Jackson might just let the time tick down here. They're going to run one more play, I think.
And
that 20 seconds.
Third quarter is winding down, and that'll leave just over 12 minutes. And Jags with the ball, the Lions really needed to put points on the board on their opening drive, and they went for it. They went for it on 4th. They had a few big plays, but here, gonna look to throw it deep, far sideline, and that'll be caught by number 6. Phenomenal throw and catch as the quarter ends.
Albert DeSangelo got that reception there. I would say about 30-yard reception.
Yeah, and a big play by them. A good play action, and Justin Uteg with pressure on the outside, but a perfect throw, and number 11, Cole Mouneski, just not able to get there. A perfectly thrown ball, a phenomenal route, and the quarterback just got a little bit outpaced as the third quarter will come to an end off of a monster play by the Jags. And here, I wouldn't be surprised to see them almost strictly turn to the run, as they don't want to give the ball back with much time. They don't want to turn over. They want to put points on the board and turn it into a 3-possession game if possible.
You know what's weird now is they just got to the 10-yard line, and now they got to walk all the way to the other 10-yard line now because they switched fields in every other quarter. So it's like now it's like, oh, we were just going this way. Now we got to go this way, and it's like sometimes it can get confusing out there which way you're going. And you just see that Lions sideline is just trying to pump up the Lions at any chance, but the Jags sideline is just staying pumped. It's just that's one thing I love about these big cat games, big soccer, football, anything, baseball. It's just so much. They are here, they're there. They just keep this game entertaining to watch, I would say. The crowd definitely does.
And the amount of people that are here at some of the other games, you see some parents, but not a lot of students come from other schools and go to the away games. But the Memorial Liberty ones, you see a lot of people come and you see people fired up. But on 1st and goal from the 9, no receivers out wide, motion in the backfield. They're going to go with a jet sweep, able to get to the sideline, move forward, and gain a good chunk of yards. And looks like they're probably going to call them out at about the 2-yard line. And
That's
good run by
Jaden Hernandez there on the carry there, and that's going to be tackled by, pushed out of bounds by number 26, Brendan Gallagher.
And once again, he's having himself a night, but
someone hurt?
There is a
man down. It looks like a Liberty player.
And
I can't tell.
Out there, and official timeout was called. Looks like he has a trainer out there. Hopefully, just some cramps, as it looks like the trainer is working on getting him stretched out. But Memorial Band out there, and the Memorial players, Memorial Band, and I assume Jag Nation, they all think that they got this in the bag right now. And I would not count Liberty out yet. They have not shown a lot on offense, but when they do choose to throw the ball, they do have some explosive plays, and really games can change really fast. And this hasn't been a clean game. There hasn't been many turnovers, but there has been some. And if the Lions are able to get a turnover here or get touchdowns and some turnovers, this game, while slowly approaching becoming out of reach, it is still in reach now.
Marlboro leads Brick Memorial 14-6 at halftime.
Just like football is just one of those good sports that it's just really enjoy to watch. As now the Jags here are in goal line formation here. They're on like the 2-yard line, I believe. 2nd and 2, 2nd and goal, I should say. And a quarterback sneak with Ty Manning. He's going to get in for the touchdown.
And good play by them. And Ty Manning able to get it in. And you'll see that happen a decent amount. And with 2 in the backfield and 1 out wide, they can really play whatever they want. And they've had play actions before. And over to the side, and we'll take a look at the touchdown. As you can see, only 1 wide, and just able to stake his way through the middle, and was able to get a good amount of yards, and the extra point is good. Now 20-0 Jags in the lead, and 20 Lions now a 3-possession game.
20-0 Jags. I mean, like, this game, like, the Lions, I mean, there is still 12 minutes left. It's 11:45. There's still basically 12 minutes left in this game. And they are down by 3, but they have to get they have to get some quick offense going. They have to get a quick force Liberty to get force Jackson Jaguars to get a 3-and-out, get another score, and then get an onside kick to score again. Lions got to do a lot of things, and Jackson, all they got to do is just pound the ball. Just keep the run, keep that clock moving at all times. Their clock is the friend right now. Keep the clock moving at all costs. Do not stop the clock. Do not push them out of bounds. Keep the clock moving. And let them take 5 plays to get a touchdown.
Yeah, and the Lions, they got to be careful on this kickoff. The Jags have shown once or twice that they're willing to do some weird stuff on these kickoffs and on special teams. And it looks like the Lions will be ready for it. But the Lions, for a team that's been so reliant on the run today, they're going to look to probably go to the air. And it'll be a squib kick. Take a good bounce before getting received. And he's going to get brought down pretty quick. And a good
Jaden Hernandez there looking for the strip. He almost had it too.
And good job by him, just get him down, not let him break a tackle. And
taking a look at this.
And quick, and he just gets brought down, and really not much room for them to have gone. And now the 28-yard line, 1st and 10. We'll see what they choose to do. And Cooper York in the backfield, 4 out wide. Justin Ute in the back, and Four-man rush coming from the Jags. Got to take it, roll out to the right, look left, throw left, Uteg, and that'll be incomplete. Thrown a little bit high. And not that he had much room to go anyway.
That crowd is just chanting something. I don't know what it is, but it's working for Jags. But I like to see the Lions side is like still they are kind of sad that their team is losing, but they are still like cheering them on, still trying to get them like, hey, this game ain't over yet. There's still 11:34 left to play. The game ain't over until the whistles have been blown. Keep playing. There's our wonderful band again at number 11. It's chasing down Cooper York. Nearly picked by Ty Mann.
Gonna be incomplete. Thrown out to the side.
And timeout. Or official timeout? Someone timeout. Official timeout. It's going to be 3rd and 10. I mean, here's the thing. The Jaguars get this ball back. Oh, there is an injured player, I believe, on the field. He looks winded. Maybe that's a concussion. He's walking off the field fine.
As the Lions take the field, Jags trying to get the crowd going. Third and 10 for the Lions. Four out wide, takes the snap, drops back, looks left, throws left, and overthrown. Good coverage, though. Intended for Connor Gallagher. That'll be 4th and 10, and now they're approaching a rough spot here, where if they try to go for it and don't get it, that's almost looking at the game, but we'll see. So it looks like they're gonna send out the punter. And good snap, the punt goes back. Number 29 on the return gets slipped up a little bit, but has some room to run, gets across the 50 before pushing forward.
Jaden Hernandez he went head first right into that defender.
And number 13, a little bit shaken up on the play, Derek Matthews. And good clean reception there, slips up a little bit, but able to get to the side, finds himself a route, and this gets brought down, but there is a flag, I believe, against the Lions.
Dang, the penalties have been killing the Lions today.
Yes. And
Oh, it's on the Jaguars, I think.
And the Jags will take control at the 36-yard line. This is where the Jags, their run game has looked somewhat successful so far this game, so they're most likely just going to be running play after play. But when you have 3 men in the backfield, all that can run the ball successfully, and want to come around on a jet sweep, you can really hand it off to whoever you want, and it's up to the defense to decide who to cover, and they're going to get forward, get brought down around the 42, be around a gain of 6. We're getting to a 3rd and 4. And the Jags are going to have to give the ball back sometime, but they're going to want to keep the ball as long as possible and get points on the board. And that's a good, solid run there. Like I said, when you have this many people on the team that you can get the ball to and can just run and make moves, it's hard for this defense to get any read on what's going to happen. But now on 2nd 4.
Here comes another run play to Aiden
Hands
Sweeney.
it off wide to number 5, going to make a move, get forward, and get brought down at around the 50.
And the Jaguars are doing what I told them to. They got to keep that time moving, and it's going to be a Liberty timeout.
And Liberty's going to take a timeout. They need to get the clock to stop rolling. They need to get something. They need to get a stop. They need to build some momentum, because as of right now, they don't have much at all.
Ladies and gentlemen, as part of the Jack Memorial Homecoming festivities, Jackson Memorial Basketball Program is holding a 2-day clinic. You can register at the door from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
And
tomorrow and Sunday.
Jags just going to try to continue to run the ball, ground and pound offense, get some first downs. And they don't need a lot of big plays. They just need to get yardage and keep this clock moving.
And I believe Liberty still has 2 timeouts. Jaguars have all 3 still. So Liberty could stop the clock 2 more times in this 4th and final quarter of play.
And he's gonna take the snap, hand it off once again, and that's a good run. Gonna get, it looks like they're gonna give him about 6, and Sweeney having himself a really good night of just running it up the middle.
Second and 5 for Memorial.
Alrighty, and now here comes the Jaguars offense here, and he's going to hand it off to Aiden Sweeney again. Aiden Sweeney's going to break a hole. He gets it, and he's going to get tackled for the first down and more.
Going to get brought down at around 35.
Ball spotted at the Liberty 35-yard
And
line.
we'll take another look at it, and good handoff and able to break a tackle, almost able to break another one, but comes down. Jags with 2 out wide. And gonna hand it off again to Aiden Sweeney, able to get through the pile and somehow pick up a gain of 9. Gonna bring him to a 2nd and 1. 8:20 left.
Led the way for the Lions on the stop. That's a gain of 8, bringing up the 2nd and 2.
And it'll be a 2nd and 2 for the Jags, as they're really making a drive out of this, and they want to put this game away. They want to get more points on the board and turn into a 4-possession game.
Yeah, this game could quickly become out of Liberty's reach. It's not out of Liberty's reach just yet, but if Memorial keeps running this ball, keeps taking another 2 minutes off this clock, yeah, I'd say this game's pretty much out of reach for Liberty. As now Ty Mans gets a hold of the outside, he takes it up, it's right about to the 17.
And he's going to get the first down, and Liberty, they need a turnover. That's really what they need here. That'll be a first down for the Jags, but right now, a turnover is really what they need. They're going to need some onside kicks. It's getting dire, and it's getting to miracle territory. But over the years, there's been a lot of interesting games between these two teams, and a lot of them have been close. And look, the Lions really, they're playing for honor, and they don't want to leave the stadium without any points. So they're continuing to put their all into this. Aiden Sweeney, though, up the middle, gets brought down.
Aiden Sweeney is just a beast tonight. He's
gets brought down at about the 3. First and goal. And Aiden Sweeney, as you said, having himself quite a night. Runs up the middle, gets brought down, and it's just another backbreaker for Liberty.
Well, I believe Memorial won the Don Connor Cup last year, right? So
yeah,
the Connor Trophy. So Memorial's trying to reclaim that.
Yeah, they're gonna try to they're gonna hand it off up the middle again. He's gonna push forward, and actually he might have gotten short there.
I think they're gonna call him short.
Good tackle by number 13, Derek Matthews.
As now the Jags are lining up in goal line formation. Probably a handoff here to Aiden Sweeney or a quarterback sneak here. I would not be surprised. And it's going to be a handoff with Aiden Sweeney, and there's the touchdown for Aiden Sweeney.
Now 26-0 and 6 minutes with the clock running. With the way that this Jags defense have been playing, there's not going to be much for the Lions to do. They're going to want to put points up on the board. They want to leave here with something, and I would be surprised if they didn't go to the air, but really, they're going to be playing with a mix and just going for points on the board.
I think at this point, Liberty's okay, we know we lost. I think they want, at this point, they're trying to, put up points on the board. Not saying, they lost yet, but, this game is starting to come out of reach more and more.
Take a look at the extra point, and that was a good one there, just right up the middle. We've had a few interesting ones, but that one, no nonsense, right through the middle, end over end. And
with 6 minutes remaining,
it'll be rough. And look, they want to put points up on the board, and look, it really is miracle territory, and it'll take a lot of things going right for the Lions and a lot of things going wrong for the Jags. But the way the night's been going, there's gonna need to be stuff shaken up for this to change.
Kick is underway. It's going to be bouncing. That's a live ball. It's going to be down at the 3-yard line.
And now pretty bad field position for the Lions.
Alrighty, now the Lions will have to start on their own 3-yard line here. And like you're saying, it is really, at this point is miracle territory.
But nothing's impossible, and I mean, with the way that this game has gone so far, if they could show some life on offense, and it really takes some big plays, and looks like there'll probably be a timeout
Liberty.
taken by the Lions.
Still a very entertaining game to watch. Both bands are keeping us entertained right now. I think the battle of the bands is still going on.
Yeah, that'll never end. That's one thing that both schools are very proud of their bands, and that's something that, while some of the sports in the past can be one-sided, it just seems like band has been going back and forth a lot.
And it's going to be no gain on the play.
And run up the middle and just runs into the pile. Not able to push it.
With 5:23 remaining left, this running clock is the Lions are trying to gain something here. It's 2nd and 5.
And they're going to hand it off again for, once again, about no gain. Gets brought down. Now a 3rd and 5.
Alrighty, now the Lions are 3rd and 5 here, trying to gain some type of offense.
And 4 minutes on the clock.
Try a little misdirection. E for effort. Didn't even jump.
And drops back and able to avoid the sack. And the ball is going to come out. Will be retrieved by Zach.
It's going to be an
Corrado.
incompletion, so it's going to be down at the 1-yard line now. So they're going to have to punt from the 1-yard line. They're going to be in their own end zone.
Injured player down on the field on a 4th and 5. They're gonna have to punt out of their own end zone if they don't choose to go for it.
And thank you, Jags band, for keeping us entertained. Thank you. While we were in a slight pause there from the football game. Now the Lions here are probably going to have to go for it here to keep this game. And they're going to punt the ball. I would not be surprised. Maybe a fake or something. I don't know. I've seen a lot of crazier things here. It's not out of the realm of possibility of having a fake here. It's a high snap, and it's going to be punted away to number 29.
And a good return here, able to get to the 30 before getting pushed out.
Uh-oh. There might be a flag on the play.
And gets pushed out of bounds. Jags calling for a late hit, but not going to get it. And now it'll be first and...
As now the Jackson Jaguars will take over at the 20-yard line here. Alrighty, here it comes. Wait, we got some Wildcat. Oh, wait, no, they're on defense. That's defense. I apologize. I thought the Lions had the ball. I thought the Jags had the ball. It's the Lions had the ball. There was a flag roughing the kicker, so the Lions kept the ball. They got a 15-yard penalty. Now the Lions have a 2nd down and 10. It looked like we had some Wildcat formation up in there, but it wasn't. As that time is now just ticking down. 3 minutes remaining in this 4th and final quarter of play. Jags are up by 27. The Lions are desperately trying to do something to keep themselves alive in this game.
And gonna take the snap, hands it off, get brought down. And now looking at a 3rd and 9 for the Lions.
With a little under 2 minutes remaining left in this 4th and final quarter of play, the time is going to keep going. Lions have 1 timeout.
And gonna hand it off again up the middle. And it's gonna get brought down.
And now it's going to be a 4th and 9.
Minute 20 left on the clock, and now with 50 seconds left, he's gonna drop back, go for a pass, and
nearly picked.
Almost intercepted.
And now the Jags will get the ball.
Off a turnover on downs. 40 seconds left. As we'll take a look at that one again. As you can see, it gets back and tries to get it out wide to Zach Corrado, but not able to.
With 40 seconds remaining, I think the Jags are just going to run out the clock here. 2 plays, I believe this game is over.
And of course, it's been an eventful night. The game itself has been a little bit of a shutout. The Jags defense played phenomenally. Their offense played good, and going to lead to a scoreline of 27-0. But the winner of the 2021 Connor Cup will be the Jackson Memorial Jaguars.
Congratulations to the Jackson Memorial Jaguars. And now they're going to go line up for the Handshaker. What an eventful night. We had 2 band concerts, 2 dance teams, homecoming, and light going out, and just anything else I'm missing? A football game. So
Noble just walked around with the drone for a while.
Yeah.
He's just, it's been one of the weirder games I've been to in my years of doing this. But you know, that's how these games tend to go. They tend to just find a way to not be normal. But as always, I'm Brian Martingano.
And I'm Steve Ifantis, and we'll see you the next time on JTV's Game of the Week.